Here's another. Abraham, how can we cope with frustration and disappointment when something for which one has worked so hard for a long time is not well received and ultimately rejected? In other words, how can we turn the pain of failure to oneself and to others into something worth experiencing? Well, you can't turn failure into anything good. You have to let go of failure and then turn toward success. You can't turn failure into success. When you try, you just fail more and fail more and fail more. You can't turn pain into feeling better, because the more you focus on the pain, the bigger the pain gets, and the more ways it shows you that it can play with you in painful ways. Funny choice of words. The more it can pain with you in painful ways. It will playful you in playful ways, but it will pain for you in painful ways. In other words, the law of attraction is very exact. You got the idea that you have to work hard and struggle, and that out of that pain will come gain. And that's accurate if you understand that the gain will be more pain. You got to work because you feel inspired, not because something bad will happen if you don't. Your inner being doesn't come to you out of responsibility. Your inner being comes to you out of interest and love, fascination, really, eager anticipation, joy. So think of your inner being vividly and constantly aware of you, holding you as your inner being's object of attention. And now think of your inner being's point of attraction, and think about what your inner being is attracting from you, and then decide that you will be a willing component to allow your inner being to attract you into that, which means light touch, easy does it, no stress. Let yourself be called, because you're not doing that thing you do that doesn't let you go. That's a good way of looking at it. How can we cope with frustration and disappointment? Can't. You can't cope with anything that your inner being isn't doing. Well, let's define cope. If cope means putting up with pain, you can do that. We would never intend to be a coper if that's what coping means. We would not be a sufferer or a victim or a coper. Not for nothing. Ever. We would be an appreciator, a lover, a chooser, an easy goer, a complimenter, an optimistic friend. Your inner being will never scold you or make a rule for you or try to control you or give you laws and rules to follow. Your inner being will just love you and call you through that love into all things that you desire, into the goodness and wholeness that is you.